Welcome to the Beard Adventures podcast. And again, I am Alex.
And I'm Ryan.
And we're here to just talk and tell stories again. So this is what we're doing. And that's already going. So
yeah, I have my own podcast.
Right.
Testing it out, testing the waters.
So we'll see. We actually have three things recording right now.
Bearded Legends and Tales?
Bearded Legends and Tales.
Yeah, that's just, I like it.
I like it. We'll see. I mean, we have beards, but we actually have three things recording right now. You got your phone. We're recording on Anchor.fm with my laptop, and I have a GoPro up there, and the GoPro is for my YouTube channel. So, from my understanding, from pictures I received from you earlier today, you almost flipped a semi. Sort of.
Pretty much, yeah.
The trailer.
The trailer.
You were the driver. It wasn't even. It wasn't a random person and cut in front of them.
Yeah, it had a loaded container full of DDG, dried distilled grain.
Okay. I was like, I have no idea what that is.
It's corn. That's all it is. And actually, it's really weird because it's the. I didn't know it, but so like on a kernel of corn, the little white tip.
Okay.
Is what they use to make ethanol. Oh. Just the little white tip.
That's weird.
That's a lot of little white tips.
Yeah.
Just to make ethanol. And then the yellow part of it, or whatever, is what they use to make this DDG. And it's like cornmeal or bean meal, whatever. They use it to for animal feed.
Okay.
That's all it's for. But so this whole container was loaded with this powdery DDG, and I didn't know that on the right side of the container, the front two tires were completely flat.
Okay.
So once I pulled out, closed all the doors up, did my thing, started to pull away, saw a spot. I'm like, all right, I don't have to go very far. Started to pull forward. Didn't realize that I'd basically jackknifed the truck.
Oh. Yeah.
I was turned really sharp.
Okay.
And when I looked back to notice it, I saw that I saw the tires and they were digging into the ground.
Okay.
And I didn't know what to do. I panicked, so I threw it in reverse and slammed on the gas to see if I could try to push it back.
Right.
And it was too late. It tipped over and hit the back of the truck, and I just sat there.
And you gotta be careful.
I am screwed, yeah.
You gotta be careful because if you go the other way, it might tip.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, and I don't know. I figured, the guys had told me before, if it ever did that, I could just gun it forward, and it would just tip right back over. Okay. But they told me that if I did it there, it would have just kept going.
Yeah.
Right over.
Maybe if it had tire, the air.
Yeah. Had there been air in the tires,
right, it would be a little different. Right.
It was scary, man.
Yeah.
Got some good photos though. So
I actually have another Uber, a Lyft story. I gotta stop saying Uber when I'm in town because I can't drive Uber.
That's all right though.
Uber, if you guys are listening, make it available where I can turn the app on anywhere in the country. That'd be fantastic. I know you're doing this thing in New York, so besides New York, but everywhere else, let me drive anywhere. I'm tired of having to switch my city. That is annoying. Lyft, thank you. If you're listening, anybody from Lyft, thank you for letting me turn my app on anywhere in the country. Be able to drive and pick up people. It really makes it available. It really gives me, I guess, availability to go and do what I'm doing.
Well, that's perfect. Now you're here in Illinois, so when you drive back to Georgia, you can just.
I can put destinations on.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, turn the app on.
I don't even. I don't put destinations on. I rarely do. Most likely what I'll do on my way back is I'm gonna go to Indianapolis. I'll turn my app on in Indianapolis. I'll turn my app on in Louisville, Kentucky. And then it's usually about 30 minutes outside of the city. And then once I get close to the south side of the city, I'll shut the app off. And then, because I don't want to get a trip that goes to the north side of the city and then I'm driving back. It's just a waste,
Oh, yeah.
So if I'm on the 30 minutes north of the city, I'll turn it on. or if I'm going up to Illinois, 30 minutes south of the city.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
So then most of the time, like working in Chicago, you'll get people, hey, we're going to the city, we don't want to drive too many people, blah blah blah, we're drinking.
That's perfect, though, yeah.
So I do that, but when I go to Nashville, I plan on making sure to get off the interstate without a trip. Like usually I'll just drive with my app on, and I'm not guaranteed to get a trip, and I'll just stay on the interstate. I'll just drive in the slow lane, just in case if I get a trip, I can shoot off the exit.
Yeah.
But I plan on actually stopping in Nashville for at least a couple hours. I know some people that live near Nashville. I'm not sure if they're busy. I should probably shoot them a message. But if you're listening, man, Everyday Grimes. He's a Andrew Lincoln.
All right, yeah.
Cosplayer. So and it looks just like him.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, that was good. That was a good picture. That was a good photo, man. He did a really good job.
Yeah. So shout out to Everyday Grimes. Instagram. Yeah, he's on there at Everyday Grimes. So what am I saying?
Sorry.
They live in Nashville, so or like right on the outskirts of Nashville. And if I get off in Nashville, what's up?
Well, I was gonna say, so when you guys did when you helped with the Walker Soccer thing, they were there.
Yeah.
Is that where you met him at, or?
I met them in May at Sonoy Dead Bash, which is a small
So do they do just?
That's all they do is cons.
But I'm saying they just do like mainly Walking Dead, or
oh yeah, because he's. I mean, that's what Andrew Lincoln's like really known for now.
Well, yeah, I get that.
And then it. I don't know if he.
But I mean, even I don't remember their names. I haven't met them yet, but
the guy that I'm talking about.
The folks you live with, like, did they?
Adam and Aaron?
Yeah. Do they do They do mainly the con stuff, right? Or
they go to cons. They're not cosplayers.
No, I get that, but they set up events and stuff, right? Or how does that work?
They don't really set up.
I'm sorry to. I completely changed
I don't even
the subject.
No idea what I was talking about. Oh,
you were
trying.
Trips, yeah. But I mean, we completely changed the subject.
It's all right. Yeah. It's all right. That's what happens on these. We'll get back to that. So they don't. All right. Sort of. We'll set up. I shouldn't say we. They'll set up.
Well, you would be, but you have helped, yeah. That was cool. You helped with one or whatever it was.
I help a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm a driver. I drive people, and I guess I help a little bit with helping people set up and take down. But nothing really drastic. Is that even a word?
Yeah, that's
is that the right word? I was like, wait a second, I'm in a different world here. But yeah, they help set up, I guess. So yeah,
right.
Not too much with Walker Stalker cons because that's a big convention thing. It's more so of trying to find places to set up different events, not necessarily always Dead Bash. That Sonoy Dead Bash is owned by certain people.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's really cool living in Sonoy, where The Walking Dead is filmed. The finale of the show was filmed, part of it, of the finale of the whole season.
Yeah.
They just finished the halfway.
Oh yeah, that weird.
Right. That's for the holidays, though. It's. But they finished the finale. It was like on our street where I live. It's like right down the road. So, of course, I was in Illinois when it happened. But, anyways, talking about driving. So when I plan on getting off the interstate for a while in Nashville, there's a really good coffee shop in Nashville. I couldn't tell you the name of it. I actually have to call a friend of mine. But a lot of like country stars go to this place because it's.
Oh, no, so that'd be cool.
It's on the outskirts of Nashville, quiet, quaint.
Who would ever expect like Garth Brooks or somebody to
Thomas
walk in?
Rhett.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're going big time. You're going to Garth. Franklin, Tennessee is a really cool area. They have a lot of stuff set up to look like early 1900s, like these stores and stuff.
That'd be nice.
And then not far from Franklin, Tennessee, is Lynchburg, Tennessee. It's probably an hour and a half, but it's still south. It's still kind of on my way. So, but you know what's crazy about Lynchburg, Tennessee? You can't actually buy it. It's a dry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's dry there. They can make it there, but they can't sell it. They can sell it as souvenirs.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So, but I've been there. There's like a little jail
So
cell
do they
you
have
can go
like,
into and-
like even if you go to where they make it, they don't have like a tasting thing. Like you can't do that.
you know what? I was supposed to do the tasting thing.
I mean, I guess they would have. I guess the dry is only if you sell it, right? Like you said, like it'd be like a
Right.
souvenir. So I guess a tasting would be like, oh, you can come in and taste it.
I would think.
Yeah.
I would think so. But I
And
don't
most tastings they expect you to spit. Who does that?
know. Right. Like, why waste it? Like,
Yeah, no. Not wasting
You're
that.
supposed to spit that. Well, sorry.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not going to happen.
This is good. Into a cup. No,
Right.
no.
People are going to be like, wow, you guys don't know how to do it right. But you know what? I don't care. That's not how we do things.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Especially with that rye.
Oh, that's so good. And I've never had rye.
Yeah,
That was
the rye
so
is good.
good. Man.
I've had rye in different whiskeys,
I like
but
that.
not that one.
My friend Adam was telling me the. Oh, that's what he had said. It was more of a. He was asking if it had like an earthy,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
tone to it, or like a flavor to it, or whatever. I don't know. I just knew that it had the. When you first did it, it's got that kick, like the peppery,
Right.
like kick to it.
That was good. That's smooth. Have you had single barrel?
I have, yeah.
Single barrel's good. It's not. I don't think it's as good as rye.
Well, I've
That
had
little sip that I've had.
Yeah. I've had single barrel. I've had gentleman.
Yeah, gentleman's alright.
Gentleman's alright.
The cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
Then there's the honey. They have
Cinnamon,
that
honey.
I like
is
the honey one.
delicious.
Yeah,
Yes.
that one's good.
A lot of the Jack Daniel's stuff though is, I mean, it's not cheap.
No,
It's
not,
affordable.
Right,
but
it's definitely affordable.
It's not like what is it? It's like 30, 35 maybe for a bottle.
For like a fifth, like a smaller bottle.
I think.
If you go to Walmart, I hate Walmart, but it's. I think they're like 22.
Really?
Yeah. It might be a smaller bottle though. It's not real small.
Or maybe it depends on where you go. Well, I mean, I'm saying like even like the
one on the
like,
cruise
I can
ship
get-
was 3 liters. Is $128.
wow.
That's a big bottle though.
Now I gotta send you. You're talking about cruise ship. I'm just saying I'll have to send you that photo for another time or for this or whatever. You may have had one too. I don't know if you saw the one of those bottles or whatever, but
The Johnny Walker.
the John Walker.
I
yeah.
have that photo.
You do?
I have because it was on
On the same
Royal
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah, all right. And that was insane.
And it's $3,838, like for a bottle.
Well, and I remember
of John Walker, the John
the
Walker.
John Walker. Yeah, and I remember I looked it up and it was they had made like I might be off, but it was like 100 and something,
Okay.
like 150 bottles
Dumb.
or something. But because of that, that's why it's so high.
Right, but
I mean,
I'm sorry, but
Blue Label is $200 a bottle.
yeah. Well, I had Blue Label.
Never
at
had
Gippers.
it. Is it good?
It's at Gippers. No.
No.
I don't like red or black label though.
But Johnny
Have
Walker's
you had
Scotch, right?
It's Scotch.
Or blended Scotch.
Yeah, it's
but
blended. Yeah. Now, do you like the way that horse stables smell?
No way you.
Same story. We're still on the same
like,
thing.
Horse poo, no horse poo, like
A little bit.
or like you know what I mean? Like
It's you're in a
manure,
stable.
All right.
There's poop in there.
I mean,
Do you like that?
like the hay
Yeah.
smell and stuff. I don't mind that.
Oh, I don't. I don't like
But
it at
like
all.
the manure part, I don't know. I mean, not really.
Have you had red or black?
I guess it doesn't sound good if you go, yes, I love the smell of food. Right. That doesn't sound good at all.
Have you had red or black?
I think I've had black.
Okay, I don't remember what
I might have
what
had
the
red.
ranking is.
I might have been drunk when I had red. I
Well,
don't know.
red and black are the same price, so I don't
All right.
understand. I honestly don't know the difference between
Man.
it. And this is the time that we need somebody else here to look stuff up for us. But the
I wonder if that'll work while recording.
well, I have a phone.
Oh, hey, you got a phone. Look at that.
So you can use
Oh.
that. But yeah, so the red and the black taste almost identical to me, and they're the same price. Bars for a shot of red or black label Johnny Walker. It's $5 at Whiskey House, at least in Bradley, Illinois. It's terrible. Blue label. If you buy a shot of that at Gipper's, they don't have it at Whiskey House. At Gipper's, it's $25 a shot.
Oh, it was 25?
$25 a shot.
See, I thought it was 30 or 35. I
No.
wasn't sure what the exact.
Well, I think that's ridiculous. If
That
it costs
is ridiculous,
$200, you know, like how many shots can you get on? You know.
Well, you got to think they've got to be reimbursed in some way.
Right, but like that's a lot. And I'm not trying to say bars are overcharging because. Are you looking up Johnny Walker stuff?
Yeah. All right. So I was trying to read what it claims that they have for the everything. So like the red label says is
Half horse stables.
crafted from the four corners of Scotland. It crackles with spice and is bursting with vibrant smoky flavors.
BS.
Followed by a mellow bed of vanilla,
Nope, that was no.
a fresh zestiness, and the Johnny Walker signature of a long lingering smoky finish.
Maybe a fire in the barn stables.
Now this says the smell is of this is the red.
Horse stables.
Elegant Speyside, if I'm saying that right, and Highland malts in the aromas of our classic Johnny Walker Red Label. So the initial taste, exotic combination of spicy cinnamon and fresh black pepper, which crackles at the center of your tongue. And the finish is
What?
flavors.
What people did they hire?
I don't know. Flavors developing into a long and smoky finish. So it's smoky, all right.
It is a little smoky, but like
The signature, okay.
smoky horse stables. We're gonna like make people want to go out and try this. They're gonna like, I want to try this. I
Now,
want to see how bad it is.
no. Black
People love
claims.
it.
Black Label claims it's. I'm just saying it's got scent of rich and tropical dark fruits, with hints of sweet vanilla.
Okay. That sounds way better.
But the flavor, though, matured in oak casks, combined with creamy toffee notes
I like
that
toffee.
come from grain whiskeys. And the finish is a smooth and warming smoke finish. So they're all smoky. All right.
Right.
All right. They have double black. I didn't know they had
I
that.
don't know.
Green label,
Okay.
gold label reserve.
Well, wait. Green label.
Yeah.
What about, where's blue label?
Well, no. It keeps going.
Okay, all right.
That's what I'm saying. So.
Green label, gold label.
Here, give me a second. Let me see. So double black. Just want to let's want to look at scent of sweet smoke and cloves. That's what he said. Peaty. Adam, my
Okay.
friend. He was like, "Is like a peat taste?" And I'm like,
I don't know what that is.
Well, I told him we've got a friend. I hope he listens to this. It'd be great. I think he'd get a kick out of it. We've got a friend, Pete Bakulich, and he had when he said we get is it like a peat flavor? And I said, I don't know. I've never licked peat. And it was like, I'm not sure. And he was like, what'd you say? I'm like, I've never licked peat before. That'd be really weird.
Oh. Hey, pal.
Tastes like sweaty skin. But oh no, I mean this sounds good though. Like an earthy, peaty taste, rich with raisins, fresh apples, and a tropical orange flavor. combined with creamy vanilla.
Which one's that?
That's the double black.
That sounds
That
fantastic.
does sound good, man. Finish again, smokiness, but it's smoldery spice from oak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, we started off talking bad about Mr. John.
It's starting to get better.
It's
but,
sounding better. I don't
So I won't go into there. So you get green label, gold label reserve, Johnny Walker aged 18 years.
Okay. That might be good.
And then you have Johnny Walker blue label.
It was
Now you said it was that was the horse stables or what
no. Red and black.
The other one,
red and black
so
is
how
horse
was
stables.
blue?
Blue is a little better. You can still taste the horse stables a little bit. I'm thinking it's the smokiness. I think that's what is gonna get me on that.
All right, because for the smell, yeah, dry smokiness artfully mixed with sweetness of raisins. That's what it says. Palate though is a combination of vanilla, honey, and rose petals. Before broadening out to include a zesty orange flavor with notes of hazelnut, sherry, and dark chocolate.
Okay.
That's an interesting flavor.
See, now I would almost have to try this again, just because this was when we worked at WSI.
Had you already been drinking though, or was
that's why I'm like, I need to try it again.
Okay.
I'm not trying to say that I'm gonna buy another $25 shot, but I might.
Now I would. That's the problem. See, I'd pay the $50.
Honestly, I didn't pay for it.
It's a scotch. If it's a scotch, if it's even a blended scotch, to me, in my opinion, I don't know how other people are, but like I've had my buddy Jay. Hey, let's do shots, and we'll have scotch.
But
And I'm like, I don't think scotch should be
scotch.
a shot.
The thing with that, I bought the shot. I did not drink it like a shot.
Yeah, you just
gave it
right.
They gave it to me in a shot glass. I'm like, no. I want a bigger glass. So they gave me a bigger glass. I poured it in that. I sipped on it because it's scotch. You don't down it. You don't down it with like a shot.
I don't mess you up.
Right. Yeah. But no, I want to try it again now because that sounds fantastic. But see, when we worked at WSI, when we got off work, our managers or whatever shift leads they would invite us to the bar and pay for everyone's drinks, and then we were hammered 2 hours before the place even closed. Like, and then we were standing in the parking lot for 4 hours trying to sober up before we
Jason
left.
and stuff, right?
Yeah. They all got fired. They don't work anymore.
I know. Now, just really quick, if we're still on the subject of whiskeys and whatnot.
Yeah, why not? This was a whiskey podcast, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. They do have limited editions. I didn't know they had that.
Oh, yeah.
Available in restricted numbers. So they have Johnny Walker Blender's Batch, Triple Grain American Oak.
Alright.
Oh, alright, I see. They have two of those, Blender's Batch. The Wine Cask Blend and the Triple Grain. Then they have... I'm curious about this. I'm gonna check this one out here in a second. But they have Johnny Walker Black Label, the Jane Walker Edition.
The Jane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm curious. Right?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna look at it, but that one. All right.
Yeah. Might as well.
Oh, that's cool. In recognition of women who lead the way, we're unveiling Jane Walker, the first ever female iteration of the brand's iconic Striding Man logo, in celebration of the many achievements of women. That's cool. As a brand that has stood for progress for nearly 200 years, Johnny Walker is proud to take this next step forward by introducing Jane Walker as another symbol of the brand's commitment to progress. I wonder if that's like an ad. Just saying. Just kidding.
If it is, send it our way. Send us some Jane Walker.
I'm guessing it's just, maybe it's the same blend? Different model?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That must be what it is. I'm not sure. Oh, geez, what did I do? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It's not it's like an iPhone.
No, it's not.
It's similar.
No, it's not. It's an Android.
It is,
It's
I
a
guess.
Google Pixel 2.
I'm just not used to it. It's weird. This one here, because of, I don't know if I have it right. Is it? No, it is. It's the not the. I was gonna say The Walking Dead. But it's not what it is. It's Game of Thrones.
What?
It's Johnny Walker, White Walker. Right?
Oh, nice. I'm interested. I just want. What's
Oh, it is.
What's the
Oh my
volume like?
goodness, it is. It is straight up Game of Thrones.
That's awesome.
All right, hold on, wait a second. If it does here, just showing the White Walker. I don't know if that's coming up there.
I'll screenshot it.
We'll figure it out.
Here, we'll do one of these.
Good enough.
It'll pop up.
Oh, in celebration of the final season, we got to get some of that. I haven't even.
How much is that though?
This is bad. Really quick. I stopped watching after the Red Wedding. I couldn't. I can't be a spoiler for anybody unless they haven't actually watched the show. But like, they killed off my favorite people. And
well, that's what the show does.
I already know. I heard somewhere somebody said that like they just get walked on by any. It's the I use the same
anything bad that can happen
will happen. Yeah. And I can't remember who it's
right
from. Whatever I said it the other day, and I can't remember. That's what they are. That's just wow. It's like
it's
the Starks get like pooped on all the time.
When I first watched the show, I watched the first season. I was 19. I remember because like it was my first apartment. Everyone came over and we were just watching Game of Thrones, and I'm like, alright, this show's cool. End of that season, I was like, I'm done. I don't want to watch this anymore. I'm done watching the show.
Wait, of the
First
season?
First season. I didn't start watching it again till season 3, and then like when season 3 was out, I'm like, hold on, everyone's talking about this. So I went back to season 1, watched all the way back through, and by the time I caught up, season 3 was done. So I watched all the way, and I'm like, I'm addicted. It's my show.
I watched episode 1, season that like season 1, episode 1.
Yeah.
I watched that I think 4 times because the first 3 times I fell asleep because that first episode, it's so just the intro part.
Yeah.
Is kind of slow to get into.
Right.
But at the end of it, and that's with Bran, right? Is that where it?
I'm terrible with names, but I think so.
The son, the youngest.
Oh.
Or whatever. Is that?
Was
Was that the end of the episode
name?
where they? It's like
where he falls.
you're my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. So like right there when he did the whole, and they looked at him and were like, oh hey, things I do for love, and boop.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I gotta watch the next episode. Like, what is going on? What just happened?
Yeah.
And then next episode, I was hooked.
Yeah.
But like I said, hooked all the way through until the Red Wedding. Red Wedding ruined it. I couldn't do it after that. But, so that aside, really quick, it says the White Walker, this new blend perfectly reminds Johnny Walker and Game of Thrones fans alike that winter is here. Did they say that? Instead of winter is coming, it's that it finally is here?
April, it's here.
Oh, I see what the finals. Okay. Alright. I didn't know that. Limited edition bottle utilizes thermochromic ink to give fans a frosty surprise message when frozen. That's cool. Ink. Yeah. Why? What is it? With flavor notes like caramelized sugar,
Done. I'm sold.
vanilla, and fresh red berries.
That sounds fantastic.
White Walker by Johnny Walker makes for a delicious serve. The new blend is best served ice cold. Now, I drink my whiskey warm, but I don't know. I could maybe go with that.
Hold on. So, I also like it warm. However, if you have those steel, like ice cubes.
I'm sorry.
If you have
that's made with it. It just looks cool.
If you have those steel ice cubes, and they're like metal ice cubes.
Oh, they're like filled with liquid, and
they're little metal cubes that you use. You put them in the freezer.
Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha.
And then you put that in your glass, and then you pour it. It doesn't water it down. I will not drink whiskey, scotch, or anything with ice. Did they open it?
That is weird.
Okay. What?
Why does that work?
Well, it does what work?
You just flip your phone forward.
No, there's a fingerprint on the back.
Oh.
There's a fingerprint spot.
I think I'm done.
That's your second one.
Alright, let's see here.
But yeah, so I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
I'm gonna go real quick. I don't know. I'm gonna go through really quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't care.
If you could try to think of what you're,
I had no idea what I was talking about.
We're talking about Game of Thrones there for a minute.
Yeah, but there was something else after that. I think.
So there's White Walker by Johnny Walker. There's Johnny Walker Blue Label Ghost and Rare Brora. Johnny Walker Blue Label Ghost and Rare Port Ellen.
I think we've been talking about Johnny Walker for 20 minutes.
We have. Quite some time. Oh, right. There's the bottle right there.
John Walker?
Yeah. John Walker and Sons XR. This is John Walker and Sons. Prestige blends created to celebrate great achievements. John Walker and Sons XR 21. King George V. Odyssey. The bottle looks awesome. And the John Walker.
Anyways, like what I was saying, the steel cubes. Sorry, you're done with the phone now.
Done with the phone. Sorry.
The steel cubes.
Oh, the steel cubes.
Yes.
You're talking about.
Yes.
Doesn't water it down. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
It doesn't water it down, so it's great. I was at. Hold on. I was at. Stop making noises. Sorry about that, guys. I plugged in my phone to charge it, and 1,000 things are happening. When Taylor worked at.
Oh man, she's awesome.
Yeah, she is super cool. When she worked at Whiskey House, she was always like, she would put ice cubes in, and I'm like, it's alright. And then we were talking about the cubes, that you can get put in there. And she found these things at the store. It was almost like a rubberized.
I've seen
that has liquid, and then you freeze
They don't last as long.
They don't last as long, but if you're just sitting at the bar or whatever, just talking with friends, it's enough. You know, the cube thing. I think those would be I'm not gonna say it because I don't know if that's possible to add in the future. But they have a box that you can get that has like a thing that you put your whiskey in, the whiskey glasses, and that has those little cube things.
All right. I know you said you don't. I know you said you don't like it. But if you could just attempt a sip.
Can I do my story first?
Oh yeah, do your story.
Oh my gosh, that looks terrible.
It may or may not be.
Oh, dude. Just thinking about tequila grosses me
Going
out.
from an IPA to a lager.
That's weird.
I know, I see it.
It's raising.
I'm gonna get
It's
it.
raising.
Oh, I'm gonna drink it.
Okay. Alright, so you went from, where you're at in your life right now, and you had to go to a warehouse. Alright?
No.
No, not let's not say a warehouse, like a corporate company where you make at least $30 an hour.
Oh, okay.
So you'd be in the warehouse now if it's 30? So you're in the office at the warehouse.
Oh yeah.
So you're not doing warehouse work. You're in your own section. Alright?
I'm just
Okay.
It's cold, and I don't drink. I don't know.
Okay. So you're in your own section. You can do whatever you love to do. You're making $30 an hour, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. That sounds comfortable. And what would your like the place that you're working for? Let's just say the warehouse or the corporate company is paying for your hotel because you know it's a different part of the country. You're not from there. You don't know what's going on. They're like, well, I guess we're gonna be here. You know, this is where we're gonna have you here. You don't have time to look for a apartment or a house.
So they're straight up relocate you.
They relocate you. They give you say 2 months to find a place to live. So they pay for your hotel for 2 months. What are you gonna do within that 2 months? Are you gonna look into that staying at that hotel and being like, what would it cost for me to stay here, extended stay? Or would you be like, I'm gonna go and find a house to buy or to rent? What's your options here? What would you do?
I don't know.
And now another thing is, I don't know how much does it cost to stay at a hotel? Extended stay. It's still a hotel.
Well, no, that's what I mean though.
Because like
some hotels will give you, the whole, like, oh, well, it's this much a day, but if you stay, like, I've seen some places that'll be like, oh, you pay by the week.
Right.
If you're gonna actually live there, and I don't know how that even works though. Like.
Right. I'm not sure either, but
like when we went on just. Like, little side note thing, like, because I'm not going to go into, like, complete craziness with it,
right.
But when we went on the cruise, there was a lady and her daughter that were there that had ended up, as we were leaving, she was like, well, no, we're gonna go ahead and stay for another week. And I kept thinking, how does that even, you just tell them we're going to stay?
Right.
And they just keep your room? Or what? You know, I mean, and then how much... Do you just have to, you know what I mean? Like, do you just pay another full price, whatever it is, like $1,000 or however much it is?
Right.
Like, how does that even work?
Like, I just want a home base. That's really.
No, I've always
like a small spot, like a little home base.
I've always thought of getting a job like on a cruise ship. I thought that would
right.
be cool to be able to travel everywhere. But no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
as far as how much
I'm trying to figure something out right now. So
I don't know. I don't know how that would work.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with.
Where were you going with this? Because it almost sounds like you're like, I heard of this job.
No,
and I was gonna go,
no.
dude, I'm down. Let's go.
No,
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is a Lyft trip ahead.
Okay.
So, all right, the guy he got a job. I'm not gonna say where, but he got a good job. And he I know he makes at least $30 an hour because of where he works. And he got to this job 5 years ago. 5 years. He lives in the hotel that he came into. He gets maid service every day. He gets free breakfast every day. He doesn't have to pay utilities. Everything, the internet is free. And he has a double bed, like king size room.
Alright.
See, but like, it sounds nice. The maid service
especially, yeah.
The maid service, well, because you did a cruise, so like, especially the maid service. But the maid service on a cruise is a beautiful thing. I was just checking the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want it to be like what we did before. It was like,
oh crap,
you
we gotta
had
go
2 minutes.
No, it was less than that.
Yeah,
it was like 30 seconds. Like, we gotta shut it down quickly.
Well, yeah, when I was sitting there, I was like, why did that turn red? And you were like, oh, wow, it did turn red.
Yeah, I was like, what? But yeah, so like, what's your... I'm kind of trying to look up at this current hotel that he's living at and trying to just see what the price would be per night, and then maybe doing like a discount on it, because like I can't imagine they're gonna charge him the nightly.
Yeah, no. It's probably not that. I mean, they probably put some sort of discount for the week and everything, yeah.
Right.
Or if it's not for the week, for the month.
Yeah, he said it's by monthly.
And
But I didn't ask him because I didn't. That's none of my business.
No,
You know,
I know.
so-
Well, no, I know.
But I kind of want to know, But I just, I would ask you, like
I would
ask
tell you.
somebody I know. But
I've always this has been a thing too. Like people I work with, when I ask them like, how much do you make, and they're like, well, I make more than you do.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't care about that. How much do you make?
Right.
And it's like they're afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Dude, if I made $30 an hour, I'm like, well, I mean, I know you. Well, what'd you start at? And if the person's like, oh, I started at 16, I go, oh, well, I mean, I'm at 35,
Right.
or whatever. I mean, are they going to be happy about it? Well, no, but if you put in the work, eventually, you're going to get to that 35. So I mean, it's
like
the same thing.
It's like what I do with Uber and Lyft. You work like an employer, you're gonna get paid like an employer.
Yes.
You work like an employee, you're gonna get paid like an employee. So
I did Uber, and I did the bare minimum. I think I made $300 a week. I was lucky.
Yeah, really?
Because if I was lucky, because
Yeah.
there'd be days I'd go out and I'd make, I'd be like, oh, I made $40.
Right.
Well, that goes to my gas,
Yeah.
and then that'd be it.
Yeah.
But then there'd be times where I'd make, like 100 or more.
Your
or
Wisconsin
whatever, and I
trip,
was
man.
like, woohoo, yeah, or yeah, oh my goodness, yeah.
That was a good day.
That was a good day, yeah. It's like, hey, we get this trip going from Chicago to Wisconsin through the app. We'll pay you, but I'll give you an extra however much if you can get there by this time. And I'm like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Yeah, guaranteed I'll be there.
Yeah.
Won't even get lost. I'll figure it out.
Right. But yeah, so it's just, so yeah, for the last 5 years he's lived there for that. And I just think that
No.
I think it's crazy though. Like I think that's like I don't know. You just
Well, I mean, there'd be other things too. There'd be laundry. I mean, you get to do your own laundry, which is still that's not that bad. You just go to the laundromat.
the
stuff like
hotel
that.
has laundry service.
Oh yeah.
You have to pay for it, but would you pay for it?
Oh, yeah.
There's a restaurant in the hotel.
Yeah.
It just sounds like.
I want to do what he does.
So like let's say he's from what he told me, I know he's at least making more than 30 because he's the head of a department at this place. And like at this place minimum is like 30.
I was gonna say there's a lady that I know who she used to work. My parents are really good friends with her. She's like part of our family. Man. Her and her husband are part of our family now, or whatever. And they like 6 figures.
Right.
I mean, she worked for I think Macy's or something originally or something, and then something happened with that. Well, didn't some of Macy's like kind of go?
Oh yeah, they like closed down like 500 of them or something.
Oh yeah, and hers was one of them.
Okay.
One of the stores she like ran she ran like 5 or 6 of the stores or something like that. So I think is how it worked.
So she was a manager for a location,
Like a district or whatever, yeah, something like that.
District manager.
So she ran all, did all those stores. Well then, like, lots of money.
Yeah.
Well then for a while there she was out of a job. She was freaking out. And then got on with like something like, I'm just saying like Dollar Tree or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh jeez, what am I gonna do?
Right.
But even that, she was still making pretty good money. Whatever it was, I can't remember what it was exactly. It was like, oh, like I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
But she said she was making decent money and less than what she did before. And then they went to whatever she's at now. And she's back to the, like, either at or a little more than what she was making before.
Right.
And it's, like, they've got a beautiful house.
Yeah.
But, like, for her, too, she's able to come home every night and everything like that. Technically, they could say, we want you to be the district manager or whatever of some places in
California,
Hawaii,
right?
California,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, like you're saying, what would you? I mean, because you've already got this nice house. What would you do?
Well, if it was in California, I'd say no. There's too many earthquakes,
Yeah.
fires.
I know
can't-
certain things. Yeah, like fires, earthquakes, and that.
Like say Hawaii, there's too many hurricanes.
Hurricanes.
Well,
volcano. You
the volcano, but the hurricanes don't really. There's more so storms out there.
Yeah, tropical storms and stuff. But
Yeah. Really
but if anything does happen like that, and there's a lot of damage, now you gotta wait
yeah.
weeks, months,
So like
years, possibly.
I don't want to get stuck. Like, you know, I think we talked about this a little bit. Well, no, I was talking to Jay about this because I was hanging out with Jay earlier, and I don't want to get stuck. You know, like I hated working at WSI. I absolutely hated it.
Me too.
It felt like
It was.
I was stuck.
It
like-
was. Wait. First of all, I'm serious though. We first started out. It wasn't too bad.
First
No.
2 weeks was the worst for me.
See, when
unloading trucks and
No. When I started, no, that was
And
hard.
T-car.
That was hard. But I can remember, like, because when I started, they had all the problems. They were still, they were startup.
right.
So like,
Yeah.
there were like, all of a sudden, like we'd be working and they'd be like, well, power went out, so.
Oh, I worked in the power.
Yeah.
I was on third shift, and the power went out, and they're like, "You guys have to keep working."
It's dark in here.
Yeah. I mean, I was
working.
at that point. I was in PLNA. I was on a fork truck, but they're like,
oh yeah, I mean you get the lights.
We
but
got lights.
That's dangerous,
yeah,
man.
"It's against OSHA. It's against OSHA."
Yeah.
And one of the guys that we worked
Do you-
with was the mayor's son or whatever. Remember? Do you remember him?
I don't know.
Redhead, tall kid.
Maybe. Yeah.
And he was like, he told who was it? I don't remember. Who it was. Oh no, wait, you were on a different shift than I was because I worked third shift. He told the manager, he was like, it was Justin. You know Justin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he told Justin.
I hate Justin.
He told Justin, he's like, I'm not working. And he's like, all right, you can go home. So they wrote him up for going home. And we're like, oh, wait a second. I want to go home. Like, but he was like, all right, guys, you got to get to work. We're like, he said to us, like, this is against OSHA. They ended up getting fined big time because he told his dad, they called OSHA. And they're like, oh, did you make people work when the power was out? I'm like, yeah, but you know the whole thing where Justin can't get fired because his grandparents like owned the company.
Well, it's how'd that work? It was Carrie and Mike
Gibbs, yeah.
are his wife's, I think it was uncle,
Yeah,
an
something like
aunt
that.
or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it was, but and then like that. That's what I hated. That whole office, for the most part, was like family,
Yeah.
whatever. And it got ridiculous. It was so stupid, but
Working
that
in the
was
dark.
so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying world of problems when you started. But like basically what I was getting at is you're stuck inside. I don't want to get stuck inside.
No, yeah. No.
Anywhere I go to work.
I hate my job now. Well, no, I'm sorry. Can't say that. There are days where I hate my job.
Right.
Excuse me. But I work outside.
Yeah. You can
love
see.
that. I can see everything.
Well,
but it's the same thing over and over again.
The
I
thing
mean,
with-
literally, it's a repetition, routine, monotonous job.
Well, the thing with WSI, I like third shift. I worked a lot of day. I basically worked every day with the overtime. We had to come in on Saturdays. We get off at 7 o'clock on Sunday morning. We had to be back Sunday night.
I miss that.
I don't really, but
I mean, with my job now, I miss
Right.
coming in on the weekends.
Right.
Like, even just for 4 hours. Like, I'm like, dude, that's overtime.
yeah,
I get a
Well,
really
like,
good check by the end of the week, you know?
they moved us to third shift or the new third shift, which was weekend shift,
yeah.
and it was I'm gonna do this on there instead of on here. So,
Well, that's all right.
but so we're running out of time here. So
Well, I don't know. Oh no, Anchor was the one that only had an hour.
Yeah. So, anyways, with
right.
the the warehouse, where was I? I don't even know. Oh, they moved us to weekends. That sucked.
Yeah.
I liked having Saturday and Sunday.
3 13-hour days.
Yeah. Well,
oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
13
is your
scheduled.
Right.
But when the other shift came in, they were like, you gotta stay.
Yeah.
No.
For a while, before they started like changing it, we would work 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, "Oh, it's 5:30. All right, it's time to clean up our building." And then the other shift would come in, destroy our building, and just leave pallets everywhere.
And then you have to clean up
their mess. This is never gonna end. They're trying to pick their orders. We're trying to leave.
Yeah, no.
This is their fault.
That was part of the reason why I left.
Yeah.
That there was one day where I came in like that. It was like twice in a row or something like that. Two or 3 days in a row, something like that. And we did. They were like, "Oh, you got to clean up their mess." And I was like, "You know what? I'm tired of cleaning up their mess.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You are not
because
keeping me here."
like I would clean up everything, clean up the whole aisles, everything, and do everything correctly.
Yep.
And I would go talk to Jason. He'd be like, "All right, let's go run through real quick. What about this pallet? This pallet? This pallet? That wasn't there 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
That was the idiots from the other shift.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're idiots, but they're doing their job.
It's now their responsibility,
right.
not mine.
It's mine. Yeah, it's not mine anymore. It's theirs.
The thing was the he did that thing where he set up a table in front of the only exit.
Yeah.
And had papers already ready to go and everything, ready, whatever. If you want to leave, you sign this paper saying that you're gonna
approve the write-up.
Yeah, you're gonna approve the write-up, and you're resigning your work duties or whatever it was, something like that. And like I said, I ended up getting like 10 people to leave.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they were like, well, wait, he's leaving? Oh, I'm gonna leave. And they were like, oh, sign this paper.
Yeah.
And I think he expected that when he was like, you have to sign this paper, that nobody was gonna sign it. And I was like, dude, give me the paper.
Right.
He's like, you realize if you sign this, you're pretty much fired. And I was like, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
Because I'm not doing their job.
What I'm getting at though,
I'm sorry.
because we're like
really short. Yeah. 2 minutes, maybe.
Right. So with that job, when they put us on weekends, like I really enjoyed Saturday and Sunday, and that's my time, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're supposed to work 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. When we had to clean other people's buildings, they finally eliminated this, I think after you quit. The first few weekends, it was 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. I lived an hour away, so I had to get up an hour early. I get back to work at 5 o'clock the next morning after I left there at 8 o'clock. I'd leave there again, 8:30, 9 o'clock, be back 5 a.m. And then once again, I know, I've been trying to get to this part, but I'm like, I gotta interrupt them.
Go.
So on that Sunday, you get in at 5 a.m. and then you're leaving at, I think the latest I stayed was 10:30. I was like, this is ridiculous. We're at 5 a.m. 10:30. And that's my story. I guess next time we should talk about WSI because we have stories.
Oh my goodness.
Galore. All right, guys. Yep, here we go again with running short on time. So thank you for listening to the Beard Adventures podcast. And again, I'm Alex.
And I'm Ryan.
And this is just stories. So I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Have a good day.
Alright, for you guys, I'm going to try this nonsense. Do you have glass or am I just...
You can just bottle it, it's fine. I don't know if... I think we have stuff out here, but it's probably dusty. So I don't think it's going to be great.
Oh.
You never smell it.
Oh.
It has a coconut smell, though. I mean, but it has the tequila smell.
Tequila.
You're thinking about it. Don't think about it. Swish it.
Too late.
Damn it.
It's not bad. I want another sip.
but do a little swish if you can. It might be a little
Swish were bad.
Really bad if you swish it. I'm gonna try.
Swish ruined it.
I gotta work in the morning.
Woo. Swish was bad. Oh.
Oh yeah, swish was bad.
Did you take a sip? Just take a quick sip. You should have done what I did. Sip first.
Well, I mean,
But now you know.
ooh, I don't mind it, but
I don't like it at all. No, just swish.
want some more?
Mm.
Just a swish?
No.
Not a swish. A swig? There you
No.
go. Yeah, let me see.
Straight to the throat was fine.
Straight no chaser, my booty. Just for certain
Right.
things. And when I first started seeing him, I thought it was stupid. Like, I
Yeah.
would go there and see him. I didn't have anything to talk about. But I told him with this, I was like, I realized even just listening to a podcast.
Yeah.
When I first started listening to a podcast, when I had friends of mine, this was years ago even, when they first started doing the podcast and stuff. Like, I had friends that were like, oh dude, you gotta listen to this guy, or you gotta listen to this guy. And I was like, that sounds like it'd be boring.
Like,
I don't want to do that.
Was it good people or no? Was it?
Oh no, I'm sure, yeah, and like comedians or something like that. And I was like, it just sounds boring. Listening, like,
It's like when you say
What
boring,
was
I'm
it?
thinking like the Invisalign guy. Like,
was it Adam? I think Adam had told me, or you did, or whatever. I think it was Adam. He said that, or maybe it was on a Rogan podcast. I can't remember, but like one of the guys had said that they. I know it was. It was on a Joe Rogan podcast, and
I got Jay to listen to Joe Rogan too.
All right. And he had said him and a buddy of his or whatever were, when they first started doing podcasts, the guy was like, hey man, we need to like pitch this thing to this person and tell them we need to do this show for people to listen to us talk about our lives and stuff and things that we do and whatever on this thing, and it's this podcast thing. And they pitched it to the guy, and the guy was like, people talking on the radio is boring. That's never gonna
But it's
happen.
like the newest. It's like blown up.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, that's what I mean. And they were like, he was like, that's never gonna happen. That's gonna be boring. People are gonna hate it.
Right.
Why would you want to do that?
Right.
No, we're not gonna do that. But like I told my psychologist, I was like, it's kind of therapeutic, man. Like
Right.
it's even just hearing it is nice.
Yeah.
I said talking about it though, be able to talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like now we just had like 30 different conversations.
Right.
Johnny Walker for like an hour. But like
almost.
yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, not an hour. I'm sorry,
It's
not an
probably
hour.
25
20,
minutes.
like 20 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
20 minutes or something of just Johnny Walker.
Right.
But I mean, like, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, I'm kind of glad you guys talked about that. I've
Right.
never had Johnny Walker. I figured.
Yeah. I want to know if
Why
it
not?
tastes like it.
I'll
Or
try it.
staples.
Yeah. But see, that's the cool thing too, is that you can do something, like I said before, we can just be funny, dirty if you really want to be. I mean, depending on what you're on.